For me as a Muslim who is still, I can't say devout because that's ascribing purity to oneself, but I pray 5 times a day. I pray in congregation at home. I fast. I'm diabetic, as I mentioned, but I still fast if I can until I can't anymore. So I'm practicing in that sense. I still study and profess Islam. I proselytize or do da'wah, is called, in a discreet manner or in a polite, respectful way, not in a crude manner in the past. I respect other religions. I have a more sophisticated understanding, but I'm a practicing, believing Muslim. For me, political Islamism, is a corruption of faith. It makes priorities of things. It engages people in activism which downgrades sin. Whether you are the quietist or whether you are in the kind of like the non-violent type of extremist, is still an extremist. The moment you seek ascendancy, saying, I want to be authority, I have to rule over you, I have to exert my dominance. We are better than you guys because you are not this, you are not that. We do this in a manner to exercise power and domination. It has corrupted faith. So for me, Islamism, political Islam, corrupts faith. Why sin? Because everything that you find terrorists do, or non-religious terrorists do, Muslim terrorists do as well. Perhaps more. Maybe to some degree the press highlights the Muslim ones. There is some bias. But on the other hand, it's undeniable that many Muslims do resort to violence, whatever the grievance is, which is not sanctioned in revelation or scriptures. But the scholars and the masters twisted it and said, well, it's justifiable. So they have used religion to justify hatred, murder, division, and barbarity. ISIS do that, Al-Qaeda does that, Taliban does that, Boko Haram does that. The first beheading I heard of is for a person I sent off from Woking in England to the Philippines. Abu Sayyaf's group in the Philippines. So they're doing all this kind of stuff. So it corrupts. So everything satanic, according to religious talk, has become justifiable and virtuous. It corrupts faith. That's why I mentioned political Islam downgrades sin and makes light of sin, and therefore it makes people distant from God and lose their way to salvation for paradise. So Muslims, Imams, they have a duty, they know their faith. This is their in-house problem. It's not your problem as a Christian or a Jew or a Hindu. It's a Muslim's problem. Their religion is being used by some Muslims to corrupt the faith from within and engaging youth or others because of grievances, because of maybe foreign policy, what have you, in a manner which distances them from God. We must attend to that.